I don't even think that the next major social network is going to be centralized in the way that Facebook, Twitter, all the rest are. It's going to be a totally different type of architecture where it's decentralized, it's open source, it's encrypting your information, total privacy, it's rewarding you with more reach, no restrictive algorithms. So basically doing everything the opposite of what the mainstream networks are doing now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am about to be joined by Bill Ottman, the CEO and co-founder of Minds.com, a new social media website that is up and coming right now. That's not going to censor your free speech. But we're in contact right now with Alex Jones. He's in contact with a few of his sources right now over in London or in England, where Tommy Robinson was arrested for his free speech. And we now have a new development in that story. This is the biggest development, the biggest breaking news on the Tommy Robinson arrest yet that we've gotten, that we're about to break here on the Alex Jones Show. But Alex right now is working on putting his intel together and getting his sources together and getting this story straight. And he's going to be joining us at 12:33 here Central Time, I believe, with the biggest breaking news, the latest breaking news on Tommy Robinson yet to date. So he's getting all that sorted out right now, all the details, and then he's going to be joining us to break that down. Again, the attack on free speech, the arrest and jailing of Tommy Robinson, big details developing now. We'll have that for you in just under 30 minutes. In the meantime, though, Bill Ottman joins me, and I think, Bill, what everybody wants to know, what everybody's thinking is, will there ever be a social media network that can compete with the giants of Facebook and Twitter? Will there ever be a social media network that can actually be as effective and as user-friendly as the social media giants? That's what you're trying to create right now at Minds.com. How is that going for you? How is Minds.com? How is the user experience going right now? And what are your plans for Minds.com, Bill Ottman?
Hey, thanks for having me on. Well, for your first question, I don't even think that the next major social network is going to be centralized in the way that Facebook, Twitter, all the rest are. It's going to be a totally different type of architecture where it's decentralized, it's open source, it's encrypting your information, total privacy, it's rewarding you with more reach, no restrictive algorithms. So basically doing everything the opposite of what the mainstream networks are doing now.
Now, I would say it's not. I feel like the biggest obstacle in defeating the social media giants is where, watch this, the crew can go to any news story right now. Guys, just go to any news story, click on the Drudge, or just go to any news story. Oh, look at that, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, Google. Go to the next one. It doesn't matter. Every news story, every television, they all plug the Twitter, the Facebook, the Periscope, the Google, the YouTube. I mean, that's at every one. Don't you think that's the biggest obstacle, is breaking that? I don't even know what you want to call it. I don't know if monopoly is the right word, but breaking that, it's that those are the mainstream networks. Those always get the plug everywhere you go.
We are catching up. I mean, there's a number of emerging alternative networks that are open source, that are rewarding users. You know, we're over 1 million users now, growing faster than ever. Everything that these giant social networks do is basically helping the migration to more free, open, ethical networks. I mean, every time there's a censorship event, every time they restrict your reach more, people are just looking for new options. So I think that all these networks can work together. It's not like one ring to rule them all.
So what would you say to someone that likes using Facebook, but maybe they're aware, maybe they're not, of how Facebook uses their data and mines all their data? What would be your pitch to join Minds and to ditch Facebook?
It's all about voting with your energy online. So the networks that we spend time on are the networks that have power on the internet. So at least supplementing your social media experience with Minds and others is just empowering those networks. Same voting with your dollars. You know, you invest in good quality food, that empowers those corporations. You do the same on the internet. You know, your browser, use Firefox as opposed to Chrome, which is tracking you, and Safari. You know, all different apps that you use. This is what is empowering the networks of the future.
How do you, though, convince people? I mean, Facebook is where all the traffic is. It's where the celebrities are. Twitter's where the celebrities are. It's where all of their stuff is already built in to their name. I mean, what does it take to break that built-in paradigm that that's where the traffic is? That's where you have to be if you want to be on social media.
Well, we are catching up in terms of functionality. I think that it's going to be very soon where we're at the point where, technically speaking, it's an indistinguishable experience. You know, being on Minds or Instagram, you know, it's all the same types of features that all these networks have. But the crazy thing about Facebook now is that you can post there and literally almost no one even sees your post. So it's becoming a waste of time. Even though we're a fraction of the size, people are finding it easier to be heard on Minds because we have a reward system where you earn crypto tokens for all of your contributions and activity, and then you can use those tokens to boost your post for more views. Right now, one token will get you 1,000 extra views on your post, and we are committed to 100% organic reach forever. Like, we're never going to mess with the algorithms to the point where you can't even reach your own community. I mean, it's very antisocial.
Well, now this is, I mean, we've seen just not only the censorship on Twitter. First, they kind of shadow ban people. Then they just outright ban people. Then they create algorithms to bury people's opinions and certain political opinions. Now they've taken it a step further, and they'll just consider a lot of this content that you post as inappropriate or sensitive material is the one that they go with, sensitive material. I tweeted out a picture from the War Room show. It was of President Trump and Kim Jong-un shaking hands, and Twitter said that that was sensitive material. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that they're censoring, but I'm not even sure if the average Twitter user understands what's going on yet. I think that's an issue that you face too.
Yeah, I mean, they just have AI algorithms sweeping all of the content on the network, and they don't really care about blowback. If, you know, stuff gets censored that shouldn't, they're just, you know, their policy in terms of speech is already so restrictive. I mean, you could get banned from Facebook for a month for some sort of like optical illusion photo that, you know, it detects looks like a body part of a human. That actually happened to me once. So we have a free speech policy. If it's legal in the U.S., it can be on the site, but obviously no like inciting violence or anything like that. But here's the thing. Censorship amplifies violence and extremism. This is what all the big networks are missing the point on. There have been dozens of studies from Georgia Institute of Technology, UNESCO, Pew, University of Greenwich that shows when you censor any content, it causes more attention to be brought to that. So even if they want to create a safer environment, this policy is causing much further radicalization to occur, and you know, for ideas that may or may not have merit, the policies don't make sense. And so if you look at the work of this man Daryl Davis, who confronted hundreds of members of the Ku Klux Klan, got them all to leave the Ku Klux Klan because he engaged them in face-to-face, honest conversation and dialogue. He's an African-American man. And that's how you solve problems. You have to have a mature conversation about the issues. You don't just go burning books.
Well, and obviously, psychologically, whenever you block somebody or try to censor somebody, they get angry too. So you're just, you know, now you're inciting even more anger from the people that you're unjustifiably blocking. But Bill Ottman is right when he talks about investing your energy, investing your dollar in the right places. And that's the next battle we face, is the economic battle, where people have to commit to investing their dollar in the right place, but doing the research to know where to invest their dollar, where to invest their time. And what we do at InfoWarsStore.com is we fund ourselves. So we don't have to worry about what we report as far as it comes to news, because we don't have any outsiders that are paying our bills. We don't have any other companies that are paying our bills. We're paying our own bills with your support at InfoWarsStore.com. And we've got a huge summer sale going on right now, the Super Summer Sale. This has free shipping store-wide free shipping, and then 50% off some of the top-selling items like Survival Shield X2, Brain Force Plus, Super Male, and Super Female Vitality. It's all 50% off at InfoWarsStore.com. DNA Force Plus, Pollen Block. check out InfoWarsStore.com. This is how you support us. So just like investing your time and energy, it's also important to make sure you're investing your dollar with people that you know aren't trying to screw you over. So 50% off Super Summer Sale at InfoWarsStore.com. Free shipping store-wide. Check out some of the great products like Survival Shield X2 right now at InfoWarsStore.com.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
You just saw a short excerpt of the full interview we did with this notable awakened human. If you want to see the full unedited interview, go to InfoWars Interviews online. We have links below, and we have links to the side to our other channels, but the full interviews are being posted to InfoWars Interviews online on YouTube and other platforms. And you can always find the full live transmission at Infowars.com/show.
We can't extend this free shipping sale much longer with our best-selling items at InfoWarsStore.com. In fact, we can only run it a few more days. We're also running out of some of our best-selling items like our amazing nootropic Rainforce. It's $19.95. Leading competitors are $60 and aren't even as good. It's a great deal normally at $39.95. Rainforce, you've never tried it, this is a great opportunity, $19.95. Also, Alpha Power is 50% off. If you don't know what it's done for me and so many others for stamina, focus, libido, it does so many things. X2, even though we're having trouble sourcing the deep earth crystals of the good halogen iodine, I am blowing out the stockpile of it we have, at least for another few days, at 50% off. And then after that, it's going to go back to full price until we secure more of it. InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com, or 888-253-3139. And thank you all for helping fund the second American global revolution.